Awesome. It looks like our participant count is going up. People are coming in. Give them another couple of seconds. All righty. Welcome everyone to the Potomac and Chesapeake Association for College Admissions Counseling College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. Each will have 6 minutes to share more about their institution, but we'll be around for the entire session to answer your questions. My name is Chelsea and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type questions to the presenters at any time. This is one of many sessions happening, so be sure to check the schedule on the website. This presentation, along with all the others, are being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/PCACAC. And now I'd like to turn it over to St. Mary's College of Maryland.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sophie Bernheisel. I work with St. Mary's College of Maryland. And let me just go ahead and pull up my screen for you all. All right, give me 1 second. Okay, can everybody see that? Perfect. So we are St. Mary's College of Maryland, the National Public Honors College. Typically, the first question we're going to get from students is what exactly does that mean, that title, the National Public Honors College? So we are a nationally distinguished school. Currently, we are rated 6th for public liberal arts colleges in the United States. So we like to say it's the experience that you would get at a private school for the cost of a public school. So those small class sizes, on average, our classes are 10-to-1 in terms of student to faculty. Our largest lecture hall seats about 65, so very, very small classes, but still definitely cost effective. We talk a lot about our honors college experience. And so honors is not just in the quality of education you'll get. So for one, all of our courses are going to be 4 credits instead of 3. Our students will take 4 classes instead of 5 a semester, with the idea being the extra credit hour is built-in time for discussion in courses, built-in time for back and forth with faculty, a lot of group work in our classes. If you're sort of a sit in the back, keep your head down kind of student, we're not necessarily the best school. It's definitely every student needs to be very, very involved in their education sort of school. But if you are excited about that, we're a great choice for you. With the honors college experience, we talk about the idea that honors is not where you're coming from, but where we can see you going. So we really encourage all of our students to unlock their potential while they're at St. Mary's. And then that will lead me into LEAD, which is our Learning Through Experiential and Applied Discovery program. LEAD covers everything from study abroad, internships, and directed research. We are huge on study abroad at St. Mary's College. I studied abroad myself when I was a student, so I'm a huge proponent of the program. We try really hard to make sure that your program is tailored to your educational experience. So say you're a marine science student, we're not going to send you to Bolivia where it's landlocked. James Cook University in Australia is a really strong choice for our new marine science students, which is our newest major on campus. So we definitely encourage students to find a place that balances maybe their desire for travel, a language they're interested in with their academic programming. We're also huge on internships. We try very hard to make sure that your internship is something that is fulfilling, that it'll teach you both technical and soft skills. So we want to make sure you're not getting coffee for someone. You're going to come out of your program making sure that you've learned a lot. Either it's going to be a career field, maybe you want to continue on in, or you'll realize, okay, maybe this wasn't for me and I can try something new, because that's a learning experience also. And then directed research is, I think, the most interesting of these 3 programs. The idea with directed research being we are primarily undergraduate. We have 1 master's program in teaching. It's a 4+1 program, but otherwise we are entirely undergraduate, though all of our professors are active researchers. So they don't have graduate students to do their research with them. So they ask the undergrad. So we offer a program in the summer called SURF, which is the St. Mary's Undergraduate Research Fellowship. And it's a paid fellowship on campus where you get a stipend and you can do research right on our campus. We also have programs for everyone from STEM to the arts to the humanities. So research isn't specific just to the science-minded students. Many of our students go on to publish what we call our St. Mary's Project. is essentially your senior thesis. A number of our students go on to get published in academic journals, which is absolutely wonderful. Great padding for your CV, full experience that typically you don't get at the undergraduate level. In terms of student life, our campus is packed with activity. We are a waterfront campus, so you can pretty much leave class and head straight down to the docks. On days like today, when it's hot outside, the docks are typically packed with students. We have free paddleboards, kayaks, and sailboats available for all of our students to rent out. If you're interested in sailing and you've never tried it before, we offer a sailing class for credit. So you get 1 credit, a little boost to your GPA, learning to sail, and then you can take a sailboat out whenever you want. Activities run the gambit from athletics. We have pretty much every varsity sport you could imagine, plus what I call the summer camp sports, rock climbing, historical swordsmanship, archery, fencing, horseback riding, all those sorts of activities. We have musical groups, 3 a cappella groups. You'll see arts organizations, affinity groups like Black Student Union, Alianza is our Latinx student union, an international students group, groups for people that are focused in a career, like our animal sciences group, or by major, we have like a physics group. There's a group for students interested in biochemistry. So really, it's a wonderful experience to get to know people that maybe you wouldn't have thought you'd meet sooner. So you can try a new interest out and see how it fits. We are primarily residential. The majority of our students stay on campus all 4 years, though we do have a graduated independent system for housing. So you'll start in a more traditional residence hall, but by your senior year, you'll have a full house or apartment with your own kitchen, dining room, little back patio. They're really nice. I'd move back into mine in a heartbeat if I could. We do allow cars on campus all 4 years. In terms of our setup, I say it's summer camp-esque. We're a little further out in the country, but it's about 15 to 20 minutes to the nearest like Target, Walmart, Chick-fil-A, that whole area. But it's nice to get out of the city a little bit. In terms of our application process, I have our requirements for first year and transfer here. Your high school transcript, official SAT or ACT. If you would like, about 30% of our students choose to submit their SATs. They are not required. If you do submit them, we're happy to use them both for your admission and for your merit aid, but not required. You're not penalized for not submitting them. A school report that tells us what's offered at your school, letters of recommendation, and a short essay. In terms of deadlines, these are typically our deadlines: early decision and early action November 1st, regular decision January 15th. If anyone's still thinking of applying, we are taking applications on a rolling basis now. And then we use our FAFSA here for our need-based aid, opening October 1st. In terms of merit aid, 84% of our students are receiving that aid. We do all of our aid is guaranteed all 4 years as long as you maintain an academic standing while you're at St. Mary's College. We currently have the lowest average student debt amongst our graduates for all of Maryland's public 4-year institutions for 3 years running. And in terms of our graduates, 97% of our students in last year's class were employed in a full-time job, enrolled in graduate school, or enlisted in the service or Peace Corps within 6 months of graduating. So we're really proud of our students. I credit a lot of it to our faculty, the wonderful relations that you'd meet on campus. And then typically we'd head you out on a tour right now. If you're interested, you can come visit us all summer, but we have virtual tours online as well. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. James Madison University is next.
All right. Go ahead and share my screen. Everyone see that all right, hopefully?
Looks
All
good.
right, so I will go ahead and jump into it. First of all, thank you all for joining tonight. I'm very excited to be here. I hope everyone's having a lovely evening. Just to introduce myself real quick, my name is John Pulley. I'm an assistant director in the Office of Admissions at James Madison University. And I'm excited to answer any questions you have, but for now, I will just go over kind of a brief overview of JMU and our admissions process. So JMU, James Madison University, we are located in Harrisonburg, Virginia. It's right in the heart of the Shenandoah Valley. So campus itself is going to be surrounded by mountains. Personally, one of my favorite aspects about JMU is the location, because it is a very scenic, nature-oriented area. There's a lot of adventurous things to do in the area. There's a lot of nature trails, a lot of nature parks. We have the North River nearby. Students can actually go kayaking and paddleboarding. We have the Massanutten Ski and Snowboarding Resort, which is about 20 minutes from campus. And our University Recreation Center will actually host adventure trips where they take students to those different locations. But then the campus is also located right next to the city of Harrisonburg. And Harrisonburg is a really, really exciting area. There's a lot of really good restaurants. They have a lot of really great festivals and events throughout the year. So it's a really bustling area. So with the location, I think there's a really nice balance of being in the very active Harrisonburg area, but then also being in the scenic Shenandoah Valley. We're about 2 hours from Washington, D.C., and then about 2 hours from the city of Richmond. We do have several transportation options that students are able to utilize, both on campus and if they need transportation to different areas. So campus itself, we are about 20,000 undergraduate students, and then we have about 2,000 graduate students. So definitely more of an undergraduate focus. We are more of a larger mid-sized school, but one of the great aspects about JMU is the fact that we have a really nice balance of being a larger institution, but also keeping that small school feel. And that's something that you can definitely feel within the classroom as well, and I'll touch on that in a moment. But campus itself is going to be very active. We have over 450 different clubs and organizations, and those vary from athletics. We're Division I in the varsity level in the NCAA, but then we do have club sports and varsity and intramural sports. We have Greek life, we have faith-based organizations, service-based organizations. There's a lot of really fun things that students can get involved with. And all of our freshmen live on campus for their first year. So that kind of helps with that first year transition and helps students acclimate to the JMU community. So not only are our students active outside of the classroom, we really focus on having an active in-classroom experience as well. Our average class size is going to be about 25 students. So even though we are kind of a larger mid-sized school, we do a good job of keeping the academic side pretty individualized. Students are able to get to know their professors really well. We have about 164 different areas of study, and they're broken up into our different academic colleges. There's definitely a big variety, typically College of Business, our health sciences, communication studies, our STEM areas. Those tend to be more of the popular areas, but there's definitely a lot of flexibility depending on what students are interested in. But the biggest thing that you can expect with the JMU experience, we really focus on the experiential learning opportunities. I mentioned that students are active within the classroom. About 80% of our students are doing an internship, study abroad, practicum. Coupled undergraduate research is another big one. Pretty much we want our students to have those opportunities where they're able to apply what they're learning in the classroom and have these hands-on experiences to apply it outside of the classroom. So that's what I meant. I really want to emphasize that our students are very active both in and outside of the classroom, and they're getting a lot of that practical experience that will help them in their professional careers after graduation. Our alumni are very successful as well. About 98% of our graduates are fully employed or in graduate school or doing an internship or some other career endeavor within 6 months of graduating. So we're giving the students the valuable tools and skills that they need. And then we also provide them the connections they need to kind of hit the ground running with their careers after graduation. I'm happy to answer any questions regarding kind of our application process. The biggest thing is we try to keep it as straightforward as we can. The academic record is going to be the main priority with our review process. Specifically, we are focusing on the core academic areas. So English, math, lab science, social science, and foreign language courses that you've taken in high school. And we're looking for a rigorous course load, typically college level coursework, honors level coursework, depending on what's available at your high school. We want students who have shown that they've been able to challenge themselves with the curriculum available. And then we also want to see mostly A's and B's in those core classes. In terms of the application process, like I said, we try to keep it straightforward. The only required pieces of the application are the application itself, and we have our JMU application, which can be found on our website, and then we are also on the Common App. And then the application, and then your official high school transcript, including a senior year schedule. Those are the only things that you need to apply to JMU. But we do have some optional pieces, those being SAT, ACT scores, your standardized test scores, extracurricular activities, a letter of recommendation, any of those pieces. They're going to be optional, and they're not going to have too much of an impact on the review process, but ultimately you have the option to submit those. And then we have our two non-binding deadlines. Our early action deadline is going to be November 1st, and then January 15th is our regular decision deadline. So as I mentioned, I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. Depending on your location, you have an admissions counselor that is assigned to be your main point of contact, your main resource. So you can always reach out to them or our admissions@jmu.edu email. And then, as was mentioned before, I always encourage students to visit campus. I think that's one of the most valuable things you can do as you navigate the college search process. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Alrighty, next up is Pennsylvania College of Technology.
Hello, everyone. Let me share my screen here. Hold on. Okay, so hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today here. My name is Maya Tsai. I am one of the mission counselor here at Penn College, Pennsylvania College of Technology, and we call ourselves Penn College. And Penn College is located in central Pennsylvania. It's about 3 hours to many major cities, New York, Philadelphia, about 1.5 hours to Harrisburg, and about less than 4 hours to Washington, D.C. Penn College is a state college that about 4,000 students, all small class, and we have 3 schools, business, arts, and sciences. Some example, graphic design, accounting, business administration, baking and culinary, that's under business, arts, and science, and engineering technologies. We have architecture, construction management, HVAC, diesel, technology, heavy equipment, welding, electrical, mechatronics, robotic, aviation, information technology, cybersecurity. These are the popular major among the students from DMV area. That's why I would like to mention it. And next will be nursing and health sciences. Some example will be dental hygiene, nursing, of course, radiography, physical therapy assistant, surgical technology, and also biomedical. So at Penn College, we are all about hands-on. The lab to lecture hours are 3 to 1, and we have 150 labs on campus, and the average class size is 16. And the most impressive part of the Penn College is the job placement rate. Average is 96%. Many major actually reach 100%. Students get internship, many opportunity for internship, and they also get a full-time job offer before they graduate. We have access to the latest technology. As you can see here, the learning labs, 150 labs on campus. Here's some example: dental hygiene clinic, concrete science, aviation maintenance technology, brewing and fermentation. By the way, this is only for students that is older than 21. And this one is automated manufacturing and baking and culinary. And this is automotive technology. So our hands-on learning extend outside the classroom through internship, clinical, and senior capstone. And students also have opportunity join the global experience, like architecture, automotive, automatic manufacturing student. Last year, they went to Spain, Italy, and Germany. So these are the opportunities that all students can participate in. And on campus, we study hard and we play hard as well. There's many different type of student organization, depends on what we're looking for. We have Greek life as well, fraternity, sorority, religious club, community-based service learning type of opportunity. And we also have residence life on-campus housing for students who need to be on campus. It's not required, but definitely recommended. We have 16 Division III intercollegiate sports. If you are interested in participating, we encourage you to submit your recruit questionnaire to our athletic website. The most popular actually is intramural athletics, right? That's the most popular sport activity that students do outside the classroom. So we have many successful alumni. Here's some example. If you have seen the Food Network TV show Chopped, our graduate Christina, she's the champion of Chopped. Here, Matt works for Google Pixel. Jessica works for FC Dallas as a photographer. And Matthew works for Amazon Robotics. Alexis is the surgical technologist at UPMC. And we also have Corey works for Sign Producer, which is the big company. Company works for, design big billboard for the sports stadiums. So how did all this successful alumni started at Penn College? They follow our 3-step admission process. First, you will need to fill out application, either through Common App or through Penn College application. And the next will be just submit your transcript. Your high school counselor can email us your transcript. That's all we need. That's all we care. We are open and rolling admission. We don't require GPA. At Penn College, SAT, ACT are optional. After you have been accepted, you will meet the math placement requirements. And this is where, when if you have math, SAT math 580, you don't need to take our math placement. The math placement is an online placement test. One great opportunity I would like to share is our pre-college summer program. Many programs by the time right now is already full, but for sophomore and freshmen, mark on your calendar. Every year starting April, the first couple of days of April, you can, sign up for a summer program. These are the programs that are designed to help you to learn about the college and also earn scholarship, $1,000 per year scholarship for 4 years, up to 4 years. And we have 2 open house opportunities coming up, Saturday, June 24th, and Saturday, July 29th. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, drop it out in the chat. Thank you. Nice meeting you all.
Thank you. All right, next is Randolph-Macon College.
So let me get on my screen. Hold on. Oops. I'll stop sharing.
Okay, I'm not sure if I'm live.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. All right, now we're good to go. All right. Well, excellent. My name is Daniel Martin from Randolph-Macon College in beautiful Ashland, Virginia. Thank you all for joining me. I'll see if I can figure out how to share my screen. All right, sorry guys, I'm just gonna roll with it here. So Randolph-Macon College, we are a small liberal arts school located in Ashland, which is about 20 minutes from the capital of Virginia, Richmond. It's nice to have it so close by. Campus itself is rather quaint. It's kind of tucked into a community. We like to have that location. It makes it feel more like our own little home there, which is kind of neat. So we have about 1,500 students, as I might have mentioned, and we focus on really 3 core values. First being mentorship. Being a smaller school allows us to really focus on the one-on-one individualized attention with your professors and staff. We hear a lot of schools that will say that's one point that we really have to focus on. Leading into the next point would be the experiences that we offer. A perfect example of that would be our EDGE Career Services department. They're ranked 13th in the nation for the services that they provide. One good example of the programs that they will put on for you is during your sophomore year, you'll have an opportunity to actually sit through what we call career boot camp. That's an opportunity for you to meet volunteers in a variety of different sectors, sit down with them and learn about the careers that you're interested in pursuing later on, and also sit down with them and go through some mock interviews. That way you'll have some experiences, you'll have some an ability to have that practice later on when we get out into the real world for grad school or first employment. You've been there, you've done that, and you feel a bit more comfortable. And the third point I'd like to focus on would be the outcomes that we provide. We understand that higher education is quite an investment, of course. So we want to make sure that when you leave Randolph-Macon, you feel ready, prepared to move on for what's next in your career. So our student to faculty ratio is about 10 to 1, about 16 is our average class size. 95% of our students graduate in 4 years or less. And one point I'd like to point out for any of you student athletes out there, we are a Division III school, but we have 18 different varsity athletic sports. About 525 of our current students participate in D3 sports, so about a third of our campus are actually involved with that. So if you are an athlete, you can feel rest assured that the professors, staff understand that you are a student athlete. You have multiple responsibilities on campus, and they'll work with you as far as that goes. If you're not an athlete, and like myself, I enjoy going to the games, and we have a nice attendance rate from the students who come to support their teams. Our basketball team won a national championship last year, and our football team is doing quite well as well. So those are 2 sports I like to go to as well. We only focus on undergraduate study. Therefore, we don't have any graduate assistants. All of our courses are taught by our PhD professors. We have about 50 different majors and minors to choose from. So although small school, we have a pretty good variety in terms of what you can study. One of the profile I could say of our students, we like to have students that want to come in and explore a variety of different topics. Just because you're studying mechanical engineering does not mean that you can also study music. Doesn't mean you can't also be in Greek life or play a sport. So we like to have students that are active on campus and pursue different opportunities that they're interested in. And that's what you'll see as well when you come visit and get to know us a bit more. We do have about 35% of our students study abroad throughout their time at Randolph-Macon. Quite happy with that number. It's on the high side. We have a variety of experiences for you to do that, one of which being our J term. That's our January term, where you can do a study abroad, intensive course, or you can also do an internship during that month of January. So a neat opportunity there for you. Aside from the classroom, we understand that a lot of the college experience is also focused on what you're doing outside. So we have about 100 different clubs and organizations, 13 fraternities and sororities, and as I mentioned, 18 varsity athletic sports. We also have a fair amount of intramural options as well. If you like to just participate for fun, keep in shape, that's another option as well. One stat I'd like to point out also is we're ranked 23rd in the nation for alumni giving. We think that speaks to really 2 points, that our alumni are very pleased with the experience that they had at Randolph-Macon, that they want to give back. And also we're very proud of that they're being successful in their careers and they're able to give back. So that's a good sign for us that we want to keep making sure that our alumni allow us to pay that forward and have experiences of future generations to come at Randolph-Macon. Our admissions timeline is pretty standard. You've heard a few different dates and options. We also have our Uncommon app. We also have our Randolph-Macon standard application on our website. You can feel free to check either one of those out. In terms of what we want to see from you, transcripts, of course, grades do matter. It's not everything, but they do matter. We like to see the rigor as well in the classroom with your advanced level courses. We do ask you for an essay. It's an opportunity for you to speak about yourself and get us to get to know you a bit better. We do ask for a recommendation letter from at least 1 academic reference, and you can submit up to 3. So think about people who can speak to you well, who know you very well. I really enjoy reading those. It's just a different perspective on the applicant. It's nice to hear somebody else tell me about the student that I'm reading the application for. We still are test optional. If you'd like to submit your scores, feel free to do so. If not, not a problem at all. And we do offer application interviews. I certainly would recommend you do that for any school that offers them. Although it is optional, it's just an opportunity for you to speak and to yourself a bit more, present yourself a bit more, and also allow us to just get to know you outside of the piece of paper that we're looking at as well. We do have an excellent nursing program. We only have 40 slots. So if you're interested in being a nurse, our program is very limited space-wise. So I'd highly recommend that you at least do early action for the application process. We do have a minimum GPA for that at 3.25. Outside of that, our regular admissions, we don't have any minimum GPAs. We look at everything, your grades, extracurriculars, recommendations, essay, all that good stuff there. We understand that there's going to be some differences with the FAFSA next year, so our dates might be a little bit different. We'll update that on our website as soon as we know what's going on with that in terms of early decision. We understand the FAFSA will be opening up later on in December this year. We know all the schools are in the same boat, so hopefully we'll get that information soon and we'll be able to communicate that to you all. I believe that's about all the time I have. We do offer some merit scholarships as well for all accepted applicants. So we'll get that information to you as soon as you receive your decision. And mainly we're looking at your grades in terms of that. So thank you for your time. I hope you come visit us. We have tours running all throughout the summer. We'd love to show you around and hope you have a chance to come visit our campus. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. So much. Okay, University of Iowa is next.
There we go. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Allie Conklin, and I am the Associate Director for National Recruitment at the University of Iowa. The University of Iowa is located in Iowa City, Iowa, and is home to the Hawkeyes. The University of Iowa is the flagship university, a tier-1 research institution, and a member of the Big Ten. Iowa is home to one of the most acclaimed medical centers, as well as a globally recognized leader in the study and craft of writing. With just over 31,300 students, our campus community is rich in culture and celebrates the history and story of each person. At Iowa, 1 in 3 undergraduate students are engaged in research at any given time. Students can expect access to faculty with our 15-to-1 student to faculty ratio and an average undergraduate class size of 30 students or less for 80% of our undergraduate classes. With strong academic opportunities, it is no wonder that the Hawkeyes are very successful upon graduation. Over 95% of our graduates are employed or in graduate school within 6 months of graduation. We offer over 200 undergraduate programs and 100 graduate, doctoral, and professional programs across 12 of our academic colleges. It is clear why the University of Iowa is ranked 35th, in public institutions. At Iowa, choosing a major is just the start. When it comes to an academic plan, we are pretty flexible. You can focus on what you love and work towards whatever your goal might be. Whatever your interest leads you, we want to help you get there. Some of our top programs that we see are English and Creative Writing, Tippie College of Business, the Health Sciences, College of Engineering, and Biology. While I would love to talk to you about all of those programs, for time's sake, I'll focus on just the top 3. Starting with writing. Iowa's breadth and depth of writing is second to none. When you think of writing, it is a quintessential skill set that you will carry with you in your professional and personal lives. At Iowa, students have diversity in choosing their degree offerings in writing. We offer English and Creative Writing, which is undoubtedly our most well-known and celebrated program, which is focused on more of the personal growth as a writer. Our innovative screenwriting and cinematic arts programs with impressive Hawkeye connections to Hollywood, and then our journalism and mass communication programs that take a more multimedia approach when it comes to writing. Our Tippie College of Business is the 21st public business program in the nation that offers a direct admission pathway for competitive incoming students. Students admitted to the Tippie College of Business will participate in real-world experiences and leadership opportunities through the Tippie RISE program, which stands for Research, Internships, Study Abroad, and Experiential Courses. The Health Sciences at Iowa are one of the most impressive academic and pre-professional programs that we offer. Our campus is home to 3 hospitals, a College of Medicine, a College of Dentistry, College of Pharmacy, Public Health, Nursing, Neuroscience, Speech and Hearing Sciences, Chemistry, Biochemistry, Biomedical Sciences, and Health and Human Physiology. And there's even some more too. Undergraduates who aspire to continue on a professional program find strong mentorship with our faculty, are able to utilize groundbreaking research and unique opportunities to be immersed in a robust and innovative health science-rich academic community. Iowa's application for admission for the fall of 2024 will open in August, We accept our University of Iowa application that can be found on our website or the Common application. There's no preference on us on which application you choose, whichever is most convenient. We encourage students to apply for admission by November 1st, which is our early action priority deadline. This will just help you maximize your admission and scholarship opportunities. The University of Iowa is a test optional institution for both admissions and scholarships. Students are encouraged to apply for admission with or without a test score. Applications without a test score will require an essay and high school transcripts before they are reviewed. If a student is able to take the ACT or SAT, we do encourage them to do so and ask them to submit their scores prior to April 1st for scholarship consideration. Hawkeyes are very engaged outside the classroom as well, with over 600 student organizations. From social, academic, religious, cultural, sports, and philanthropic organizations, students are able to enhance their education by engaging in the campus community and beyond. Every club, event, activity is an opportunity to make a connection and find your own community on campus. Living and learning in one of America's top college towns, it is easy to make Iowa City your home. Thank you all for listening to me today. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. I'll also be around if you have any questions. Go Hawks.
Awesome, thank you. And Johns Hopkins University.
Great, good evening, everyone. I'm just going to share my slides here. Yeah, so thank you all again so much for being here today. My name is Savannah Miller, and I'm one of the assistant directors of admission here at Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore. So we're going to dive right in because we have a lot of information to go through. But for those who aren't familiar with our institution, we were actually the nation's first research university to be founded back in 1876. And since then, we've been able to really expand to be this global network with several sort of entities that include our applied physics laboratory. We have our graduate schools in areas like medicine and nursing, business, advanced international studies. We have our Peabody Conservatory, but we also have an undergraduate campus within that network. So that for you all as prospective students is where your time will really start and centralize throughout your 4 years. Homewood is located in Baltimore City. We are a campus of about 5,300 students, or medium size. And we have 2 schools. We have the Whiting School of Engineering and the Krieger School of Arts and Sciences. So I believe I posted into the chat a link to our majors and minors, and you'll see they spread across various different sort of academic disciplines, which we'll talk about in a second. So despite being a larger research institution, we operate really as a smaller liberal arts college. So while our students have unparalleled opportunities for things like undergraduate research and study abroad, internships, 100,000 plus alumni network, when you're on our campus, know that you will be met with small class sizes as well as individualized advising, whether that be academic, sort of mental and physical well-being, as well as advising for students who have certain identities throughout our campus. And when it comes to what's important for us, there are 2 really big things. The first is prioritizing a campus that really fosters diversity of thought. So our students, when you are able to visit and connect with them, are going to hail from all parts of the country, different parts of the world. We're really fortunate to have students that are bringing in various racial, socioeconomic, educational identities to our campus. And that's something that we're very intentional about in our admissions process as we're looking to craft our class. And when it comes to our mission, the second part of this whole thing is that we do want to create new knowledge for the world. That was really the intention behind Hopkins' founding of our institution. And our students are very much a part of the innovation and discoveries that are happening, which if you all are watching the news, hopefully you've been able to see some of the ways that Hopkins has really helped move our society forward. Know that here on our campus, we operate with a liberal arts approach to academic learning, which really means that we prioritize academic freedom for our students. So that starts in our admissions process, and that when students apply to Hopkins, you apply to the university directly, not into a specific major or into one of our 2 schools. That is with the exception of biomedical engineering, which is our only direct entry program. I can definitely talk more about that if students have questions. But know that once you are admitted and are on our campus, students can flow freely between our 2 colleges and across all of the majors that we offer during their time. When we say academic freedom, what that looks like in the classroom space is that we don't have required courses or general education requirements that students need to fulfill before they dive into their major or before they graduate. Instead, we allow our students to pick and choose classes that are interesting to them and really encourage them to step across multiple broad academic buckets. So we have a distribution credit system in that all the courses that you'll choose to take will ultimately need to satisfy these 5 larger areas. You'll find the courses themselves are also very interdisciplinary. We have about 5,400 courses for you to choose from. So even if you're taking a literature class to fulfill that humanities bucket, you'll be able to find a class that may be speaking to your individual interests. For example, one really cool lit class that we offer tackles robots, androids, and slaves, and how that's been covered in literary works over time. And we really feel that the academic freedom provides a lot of different benefits for our students. For one, it gives you a chance to explore. Some of you may already come in knowing what major you want to pursue. Some may be undecided. So this is a chance for you to kind of test the waters, engage with different students and faculty, and most importantly, be inspired by the classes that you're taking. So by the time you come to declare your major, you can fully say that you're in the academic pathway that makes the most sense for you. There's also a lot of flexibility when it comes to things like changing your mind, double majoring, even taking classes outside of your major. So we really try to remove those limitations that allow you to really explore and take full advantage of the college experience. Because of this, you're going to be met with very even academic diverse students. Our students are pretty spread out across our large academic areas, and they're really intentional about being able to pursue their pathways, whether that's double majoring, adding a different minor. You'll see that's very popular, and then also extending that outside the classroom. That second part of the experience is hands-on learning. So as a research institution, we actually invest more money in undergraduate in research than any institution in the country. And as a Hopkins affiliate, you have access to our entire network. So whether you might be taking graduate courses in our Carey Business School or the Bloomberg School of Public Health, maybe you're doing an internship or research at the School of Medicine, you have all of these sort of plethora of opportunities and experiences that really get your curiosity sort of flowing and to allow you to make really great contributions to the research happening on our campus. And our students are taking full advantage, whether you are looking for research, internships, study abroad opportunities, we pretty much cover our bases and know that there is no limitation as to when students can conduct research. You can be a first year and jump right in. We have independent opportunities where students can apply for grants. So it's really something that's a lifestyle here on our campus, not just sort of a requirement you need to take to graduate. Really quickly, our campus itself is a residential community, so we do require students to live on campus the first 2 years here at Hopkins. You'll be met with a lot of variety of student groups, a very active student-run body. And I think Baltimore, being that we're in the city, offers a lot of opportunities for you to get off campus, explore things like restaurants, art galleries, museums, sporting events. So you'll really get the best of both worlds in being in an urban city, being able to get civically involved, but also having a very active campus community. I know I'm running out of time, so I just wanted to quickly talk about our financial aid. Know that we offer one of the strongest financial aid packages in the country. We are excited that we're able to be need blind in our admissions process and also meet 100% demonstrated need with no loans. So I'm happy to talk about that more, but please, if y'all need more information as to who we are, go to apply.jhu.edu, and you'll also see our opportunities to apply through early decision or regular decision here on this slide. And I can't wait to answer y'all's questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Wonderful. All right. Well, at this point, I am going to wrap things up for us this evening. So thank you to our presenters for being with us today and putting all this information together. We also appreciate the participants who joined in. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey. We appreciate any feedback you can provide. We do encourage you to check back to the schedule, sign up for more sessions. There is one more happening this evening. You'll also be able to find the recordings from this session as well as all the others at strivescan.com/PCACAC. And we really appreciate it. Have a great rest of the day.